In today's episode of HR Visionaries, we talk to Nitin from BrainVire. We talk about how important cultural understanding and empathy is in the recruiting process. Stay tuned. Welcome to HR Visionaries, where we unlock the secrets of modern HR. I'm Benjamin, your host. Join us as we shed light on today's HR universe with HR leaders and innovators from across the globe. Whether you're an HR pro, a business leader, or just curious about the future of work, this is your shortcut to the forefront of HR innovation. Brought to you by Hire, the AI talent attraction platform. Welcome to the latest episode of HR Visionaries. I'm very happy to welcome my guest today, Nitin. It's great to have you.
Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you very much.
Nitin, can you tell us a bit about yourself? Who are you?
Certainly, Benjamin. This is Nitin. I comes with a barely 14 years of experience, and these days I'm working with a company, Indian-based company called BrainVire Infotech. They are precisely into the application development and ERP integration. And I take care of their global hiring needs. I recruit people across the globe, and my overall experience that lies into the human resource, talent acquisition, employer branding, talent management, recruiting IT professionals, retaining them into the system, and ensuring that they are productive and they are contributing into the growth of the organization.
Cool. Nitin, why did you become a leader in the HR space? Is it something you always desired, or was it something you became by chance?
So I believe that now everyone they have some sort of desire. They have some sort of skills, which they identify into their early stage of the life, and based on that they plan to pursue their career. So if I talk about myself, I'm being a very talkative person, right? I get along with people so quickly. So when you are into such a profession, so your interests, your interest part, it becomes your is helping you to grow further into your career, right? That can not be anything better than that, right? So in my skill, my domain, it is needed that I negotiate with people, liaison with people. I should get along with people, ensure the people are getting along with the culture, right? They are integrated with the our culture. So that is what I believe. That's why I'm here into this profession.
It's very cool. And I think it's something incredibly important what you just said, getting along with people, given that is obviously even in particular in the age of AI, incredibly important skill. And I would love to talk more about this. How do you do that? How do you learn to get along with people?
So see, getting along with the people is an art, right? I mean, it's an ongoing process. Is not something where you reach. It is a destination where you see that now I'm being certified people manager, right?
Yeah.
You need to understand, people's culture, their thought process, their language, their interests, right? Their values, their belief. When you are trying to get along with them, right? So likewise, if I talk about myself, I'm being in India, right? I travel across all the states of India, right? And wherein I was able to talk to, I know three languages: Hindi, Gujarati, and English. And in India, there are more than 100 languages are being spoken. Correct. So communicating with those people who is not knowing your language, neither Hindi, Gujarati, or in English. So communicating with them, still staying with them, and getting along with these people, right? That's an amazing. So what I believe is, in order to get along with people, you should know their thought, their interests, their food, their thought process, their culture. So language is the sign of communication, but besides that, you need to know more than the language.
Indeed, and well, I would love to learn more about this, because I would totally agree that well, empathy and well,
Exactly.
and being the go-to person, it's not something that you can, well, learn easily or become easily, but it's something that's, well, very deeply rooted in your values, very deeply rooted in who you are as a person. It's however is such an important skill. So I'm wondering, how do you within your team make sure that, well, other people in your team get along with people to hire, with people to retain as well. So how do you make sure that your team is on board there?
So in order to transform this, people engagement within the team, right? It is equally important that they understand where they are hiring. People at the different location, they come up with a different mindset, different challenges, different aspirations. Correct. Wherein if I have being recruited people, for an example, in United States, we can conduct on a regular basis. We can have the open houses. Once they are being hired, right, we should let them know the kind of people they are going to work with, the kind of an festival they celebrate, right? They are being checked up on a regular interval, how they are feeling, what kind of challenges they are experiencing, right? Maybe with respect to the culture, maybe in respect to their work. So when you being an empathic, the other person certainly acknowledge your the gesture which is being extended, right? So this is the reflection, the kind of an organization culture you have. That time people are able to get along with your system. They come up with the challenges. You work on those challenges, escalating those challenges into the right department head, right people, and you work on those, and by the time they get resolved, so people get along with it.
You mentioned, I wrote out something you just said. So it's an art, and I would love to stick a bit to the part of how to become the artist, so to say. So the artist of being a leader people have trust in, and that not necessarily well, senior management, but also a middle management leader. I think it's also very important for them to be trusted by the employees, by clients, by the people they work with. So how do you coach everyone in your team to become a empathetic leader?
So it is certainly important to be an empathic leader, right? So when you understand people, their challenges, their problem, right? And it is not a daily routine task, which you are going to finish in 9 to 5 job, correct? When you try to understand that problem, you're talking to them, right? You're listing out those challenges into some piece of paper, some spreadsheet, right? Putting it forward into the right department. Maybe it is with respect to the IT infra team, or maybe it is related to their work, right? And if you try to solve them, I mean, you turn out to be a good artist. So as far as you need to learn from your mistakes, no, I mean, what I believe strongly in my career is every professional should be the student of their profession. So every day you make mistake, learn from them, correct it, do it better, and the process goes on, right? And the bigger the experience you have, the greatest the artist you are.
Yeah, well, I remember one podcast where my guest said, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. So it's yeah, it's yeah, incredibly interesting. You mentioned you well, traveling around all the states of India quite a bit. Can you tell us a bit about how hiring in India works? So it's a well, it's a very diverse culture, right? And it's a very diverse country. Can you tell us a bit more about this?
Yeah, so hiring in India, I mean, you'll find a lot of IT professionals. The key challenges of hiring in IT to find the quality resources with the right technical competencies. So today, somebody is reach on a certain bar, so the expectation are always going higher, right? So hiring people with the high technical proficiency is one of the challenge, right? If you are located into the one centralized location, so you'll have difficulty to access the pool of the rest of the country. So that is one of the challenge I would say. And again, if you're hiring people from different location, getting them into the your location, hand holding them with respect to the relocation part, their administrative activities, finding the apartment, getting along with the fooding part, getting along with the local neighborhood culture and the culture within the organization. So these are the challenges we experience, right? However, if you rightly put it into a place, you understand the person's expectation. For example, I'm hiring a resource from in Bangalore, person is relocating to an Mumbai, right? So checking with them the kind of an apartment they're looking for, whether they are going to be in a bachelor accommodation, they're going to look for a family accommodation, right? These are the nearby areas where they can shift to, wherein they would be able to save their traveling part, right? So these small and tiny helps the person look forward when they are relocating, correct? So these things plays a very vital role, right, when you are hiring and ensuring that people are getting relocated to the different location.
So supporting people that you hire for certain roles. How important is that for you as a team and for you personally?
I'm sorry, come again, I beg your pardon.
Sorry. So you mentioned you do support the people you hire in, well, when they relocate. How important is that for you personally and also for you as a team, as an overall package to the person you're hiring?
Certainly. So, Benjamin, when you are into the service industry, right, your employees are your asset, right? The way you are going to take care of them, in the same manner they are going to take care of your client, right? So, it is the reflection that before they come and you're checking with them that whether they are going to stay into the bachelor apartment or they would like to go for a family apartment. It is the reflection of the career that how you value your employees, right? So in the same manner, this person is going to take care of your service, your product, your business, correct? Now, personally, it is very much important when somebody is going to a different place for a job. They are going to leave their family, their loved one behind, right? So they look for the kind of support where the other person is being a little friendly in terms of trying to help them locally. Maybe you can pick them from the airport or a station. You can book the cab for them. You can arrange the breakfast in the morning at their doorstep, or maybe you can give the accommodation for few days. These small and tiny things certainly helps when you ask people to relocate when they are leaving their family behind.
Yeah, I remember one situation very vividly when we relocated a colleague who previously worked abroad for us, and then worked in our main office, and picked him up at the airport. It was actually great fun, and the connection you then create is incredibly valuable, right? And I think for people joining an organization, feeling valued from the very first touch point is so incredibly beneficial.
Certainly, no, Benjamin. It was 2017 or 18, maybe. I recruited two people for my Mumbai office, and it was the first day. So for the induction and everything, we call them here since the Ahmedabad was the headquarter, and they arranged their cab and everything. But I picked up them from their hotel before coming to the office. I took them to the have a morning breakfast for a snack. So in Ahmedabad, we are Gujaratis. So here traditional Gujarati food like fafla and dhokla and khaman. I took them that it was very authenticate food. So today it's been like in 7-8 years from the day we have done this activity and all. and these people are still in connection. So whenever if I'm going Mumbai, I want to meet them. So these small and tiny things, increase the bonding between you and your employees, you and your teams, right? And when you are sharing such a stories with your team member gets motivated, and you also lead by the examples. That no, this is what I have done. You do it with your candidate. Post your experience on a LinkedIn or somewhere else. Your employees are going to get rate you good.
It's it's an amazing idea to share this also on LinkedIn. It's a cool idea. You mentioned also that comparing hiring in the United States compared to India, and I would love to hear your thoughts about how do you compare cultural differences within or diversity within India compared to, for example, the United States. So where when you think about the United States, where you have different states with different local cultures, how would that compare to India in your experience?
So in my experience, culture in US is little poor. People are fine there. I mean, we don't experience sort of challenges with respect to, because the language is common. English is the widely spoken language, where when you are able to communicate, you are able to talk, right? You're able to put forward your thoughts to the other person. So the communication plays a key role in any engagement, any relationships, correct? So culture, I would say that is fine. People are getting along. People are staying for the longer period of time. If you are giving them the good benefits, compensation, the learning opportunity, growing opportunity, they stays back.
You can tell us a bit about how hiring has developed over the last few years. So for me, being based in Germany, it's always incredibly fascinating to see that countries like India are so much faster than other countries in terms of developing like digital products. So not starting with a current account, but starting immediately with, for example, in-app payment stuff and things like that. Well, just a small example. Can you tell us a bit about the speed and the application of technical support in hiring in India?
So hiring has changed drastically over the period of time, and specifically if I talk about last 3 years after COVID, the hiring has come up with the peak, right? There are a lot of requirements, a lot of people are getting recruited, specifically in 2021, 2022. Starting 2023, hiring has been little slow, right? Companies who are specifically working from US territory, right? The hiring is little slow, but companies who are working globally, like they are working into different region, like Europe, Middle East, and Asia. So there, the hiring is still there, right? We are hiring people for different competencies and different skill set. So this is goes on and on. We are still recruiting people in Singapore, Dubai, Canada. So we have vacancies. We are keep on hiring, right? But these days, if you say the e-commerce market, there you'll be able to find the people. The openings are there, right? But there are product-based companies. Their hiring is being limited because they are selling the limited products. The target orient is being limited. So there the hiring is being a little slowed down, right? But however, it looks like by the end of this year or maybe into the third quarter, again, this will come up with the peak. Because India is one of the fastest growing IT hub, right? And there are a lot of opportunity with respect to the IT. And since the AI coming into the picture, so we will see the upcoming boom in AI hiring.
How do you think will AI impact your work, so your business on a daily basis?
So AI will make the life easier, there are two set of people who are thinking assertively that yes, AI is going to ease our life, and there are people who are who strongly believes that AI will take the job of people. There are a lot many manual work what we are doing which will get automated. For an example, today we are reviewing the job application via ATS, where the certain keywords are not being mentioned, the resume gets filtered. So there are companies who are not using ATS. They are reviewing the resumes manually. There are high number of there are high chances of making the errors, right? So once we will have full-fledged AI systems in place, so our work efficiency will get increased. And we are human being, right? So whenever there is a human to human interaction is needed, we will need people. Certainly we will need people, right? The AI will help us when it comes, when you want to automate a process, when you want to write something, when you want to filter something, you want to test something, where the human can make the errors, right? So for an example, you want to screen the resume, there is a code which is being written, you want to test the code, you need an AI. But you want your employee to talking to your HR, you cannot have a chatbot. Correct?
Indeed.
You need an individual, you need a human, right, who's responding, understanding the emotions, replying emotionally, practically, professionally, like that. You cannot have the chatbot. So AI is not going to take the job. It is certainly going to make our life easier. It is just that we need to learn certain new technologies, new processes, right, which will increase our efficiency.
I think it's a super important thing you just mentioned. So, and then we're getting back to the part where it's like getting along with people, right? So that's in the end the super important part. And well, I 100% agree with you. I think the great opportunity in AI is that we are relieved from these boring manual tasks and deal with people and in a much more often and more intensively indeed. That's very cool what you just said.
If I may give the one example, Benjamin, with the help of AI, you can have your resume written in a very nicely manner without any grammar mistakes, right? Very highlighting your key skills, your competencies, right? And in the 5 minutes, you can send the 100 job applications. If you sit manually to write the resume, this will gonna take at least in 2 to 3 hours. And then after, when you want to apply on 100 job application, you need to find out the relevant application, read the job description and do it manually. It will gonna take the whole day. But if you're doing it with the help of AI, it's gonna take maybe in 10 minutes, you can do this job. Now, when you see that no AI is going to take away the job, right? So when you are going into the interview, the other person is going to be human. It's not going to be chatbot who's going to chat whether you are technically qualified or not.
Exactly.
Correct? So this is how it's going to work, right? So there are pros and cons, right? I mean, it depends that how you take things.
Can you tell us a bit about the about your outlook for what you guys do? So how will your job in 5 years look like?
So upcoming 5 years, the job look like, that's what you're saying?
Exactly.
So, yes,
so
if
it's a bit like a crystal ball now.
Yes. So likewise, I said, when I started my career into 2011, right, the hiring was a way different. Most of the tasks we were doing manually, taking the application, giving the application form to the candidate, then they're filling in. Today, we a day where you're sending a link to the candidate is filling all the information before coming the interview. You are connecting them virtually, right? There are a lot of automated tools are available wherein you can do the screen proctoring, you can assign the practical task and the coding test via machine. They can sit at home, they can do it. So technology has changed the hiring drastically, right? After AI is coming in, the evaluation criteria and the technical evaluation will certainly gonna get impacted, right? People would be able to apply job faster, right? The recruiters would be able to screen resume in a more precise and better manner, right? And certainly the branding is going to be one of the way which is going to play a key role in upcoming time when you have when you are outlining your benefits, your culture, your values on a right platform, then certainly you will have a right talent at the right time.
Nitin, can you tell us a bit about what you guys do as an organization? You mentioned in the beginning you're an IT company developing several applications. Can you tell us a bit more about this?
Yes, so we being an IT firm, it's been like more than 20 years we are into the business of an website development, application development, and we are these days doing a lot of work into the ERP integration. We value our employee like our asset. We have our 50% of the staff, their average tenurism is more than 7-8 years, right? So which reflects a lot of things. Not only we appraise them good, we pay them good money, but there is a work-life balance also. Yes, each and every organization, they have got challenges, but these are the people still decided to stay back with us, right? So potentially we being fastest growing organization in Ahmedabad area, right? And we have more than 1,000 people are working with us from the different competencies.
Nitin, I have one last question for you. What would be a question you would want to ask one of our guests in the future?
So I would certainly look forward to check the opinion of other people, how they look the hiring is going to be in upcoming time, right? And how the employee engagement is going to be taking a different shape in the upcoming time.
That's wonderful. Nitin, thank you so much. It was great talking to you. Great fun indeed. Was super interesting to learn about how hiring, in particular in India, works. You mentioned you're hiring also for other regions such as Dubai, for example, or Singapore. But it was super interesting to dive into the Indian hiring market. Great, many thanks. It was super amazing.
No problem, Benjamin. Thanks for giving the wonderful opportunity. It was a pleasure connecting with you. It was a very good discussion today we have had. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, wishing a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. And thanks to all of you guys for listening in, and see you next time.